Oh my God, 2,000 armchairs in one spot. It's so wonderful. Someone made a sign already. It said I was hot in chips. Thank you so much. Of course, it's a man holding that, which confirms my suspicion. I really can't express to you how humbling it is for Monica and I to sit in a little stuffy attic a couple times a week and to know that this could happen. It's really mind-blowing, and I thank you so much for coming out tonight. I brought a very, very cute miniature person with me. I put her in the overhead, in one of those little cute little Chihuahua bags. Manica Padman is here. Okay, so I bet you guys are curious who tonight's guest is. I'm about to blow your minds because there's two guests tonight. Both of them are I sound like a president saying anonymous. Infinitely more famous and talented. They're a duo of sorts. Ethan Hawke and Vincent D'Onofrio. Guys.
Hello.
Can you believe it?
I mean, come on. Ethan Hawke and Vincent D'Onofrio.
So,
excuse me, it's my show.
All right,
go ahead, Vincent.
Can I start with just something right away?
A monologue? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So,
This is my rifle.
This is my rifle. This is my. Yeah.
There are many like it, but this one is mine. Yeah. Without me, my rifle is useless. Without my rifle, I am useless.
Damn!
Full
We
metal
did not
jacket,
set that
baby.
up.
Oh,
Full
wow.
metal jacket.
That felt set up, but it wasn't.
My wife bought me this cream.
This what?
I don't like where this is going already.
I do.
Well, your
Totally
wife,
uncomfortable.
Corinne, who's here, who's a
She's here,
beautiful, very smart, wonderful woman that you're way too good for you. Continue.
Yeah, thank
She
you.
got you a moisturizer?
No. She got me a cream for like muscle pain.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Like an icy hot?
Icy hot.
No.
No.
A Bengay, like an icy hot.
No, it's like a special thing.
Tiger Balm.
It's special. Anyway, so she got it for me a couple of days, and she said that I should use it because I was complaining about my something or other.
Okay, a muscle pain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And and I said, yeah, of course, right? And then I just have to get this off my chest because this happened today, and it's been bothering me ever since.
Good.
So
this is the place to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she goes to me, so did you use that cream? I'm like, yeah. She goes, you did? I'm going, yeah. She goes, did it help? I'm like, yeah, a little bit. Not really. But I'm going to use more. It's probably really good, right?
Sure.
Okay. So this morning, it's next to my bed, and so I don't know, we're talking about something.
I'm so nervous right now.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
It's not good.
Is it a personal lubricant?
No,
this cream?
no.
Okay. All right.
She picks it up and she goes, this is not open.
Oh,
Oh,
fuck.
no.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
And I said, it's not. And she goes, you told me that you opened it and you used it. I said that to you?
Oh, boy.
Did
Oh,
I?
wow.
And she goes, yeah, you said that. And then she didn't say anything after that.
So am I right in that this was like a public amends? Is it?
Yeah.
Or no? You're like...
No, it's I felt really bad. I feel really bad about it all day.
And you're carrying it around.
I'm
You
carrying
feel
it
bad
around.
about it because it's revealing of how easily untruths fall from your tongue.
Exactly.
I mean, that's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
So the cream is representative of other things that might be hurtful, is what you're talking about.
Exactly.
And you're trying to let your wife know that you understand you're not always your best self.
Exactly.
Yeah. So in a way, this is a story of healing.
Thank God
But
Ethan's
not
here.
the muscle pain that it
Yeah,
was intended
but not
to
the
heal.
muscle pain, yeah,
No,
interesting.
that's still agonizing.
Yeah.
Now, what I want to get out, the elephant in the room, I think, besides your relationship stuff, which I'm sure on the way home is it'll be all ironed out from this.
That's what I'm
You
counting on.
had an Armchair expert interview.
I did.
Right. And wasn't it fantastic? I've heard many people tell me your description of trying to find the little thread of positiveness in somebody and just try to tug it and let it build into something was, a lot of people got a lot out of that.
Yeah.
Myself included.
That's what I'm trying to do right now, Corinne. I'm just trying to find that little bit of goodness.
In you, though.
Well,
It's weird. So you already had a nice fat armchair interview, and we learned a lot about you. And really tonight we're going to learn a lot about Ethan. But
Yes.
yeah. And then you guys will get reminiscing and take over, and then I'll leave for about 15 minutes, start smoking again, come back, and then
That would be ideal.
yeah, do the bows and whatnot. But you guys are really, really good friends. In fact, you're friends to a degree that I've often been jealous of your friendship. As I fell quickly in love with Vincent some 5 years ago now, I noticed you guys text a lot. I think more than you and I do. He seems to have, I'd even say, he reveres your skill set. Yeah, thinks you're incredible as an actor.
Texting or as an actor?
Yeah. And in fact, the reason we were blessed with your presence is really Vincent wrangled you into this. And so my assumption is you probably are just learning who I am for the first time. And I guess
How am I doing?
Yeah, you're great. But did you like Scrubs? Did you think that was a good show? Do you remember ever like seeing it and thinking I was good? Or do you like the movie I made?
Garden State.
Garden State, my directorial debut, Garden State. Did you like that?
My gut is telling me I'm being set up.
I bear an uncanny resemblance to Zach Braff, so that's what I'm.
Well, to make you feel better, I have no idea who the fuck you're talking about.
Okay.
Yeah, if it makes you feel better, I'm right with Vincent. I don't know who you are or Zach.
That's right where I want you. So I'm a 3-time Taekwondo world champion. That's why I have a show.
Then let me say I respect you very much.
Yeah, okay, good. But the people who listen to the show know that I talk about Boyhood. I don't think I ever go more than 20 minutes without talking about Boyhood.
Yes.
It's just the best movie. It's so real, and I had a chance to interview my mother on this show as well, and that was my favorite episode because she was unbelievably honest about our pretty wild roller coaster ride of my childhood and her early 20s. And both of us, when we saw that movie, particularly scenes at the dinner table where everyone's waiting to see what drunk stepdad's gonna do, I'm getting chills just thinking about it. It was so accurate, and it was my childhood. And then as I was reading about you a little bit in preparation for this, I saw some parallels in that your parents got divorced when you were 3 or something. My mom was 17 when she had my brother, and your mom was 17. And then
I have to say, my mom gets, it's so strange. I often say she was 17, and she gets apoplectic. She's like, I was 18. I was 17 when I got pregnant, but 18 when you were born. And I'm like, Mom, you still sound like white trash, okay? And the 18, 17 thing is not like, but to her, it's a big deal.
yeah, sure.
Yeah.
She could have bought a lottery ticket when she had you in her arms. Yeah. I understand.
I'm there for you, Mom.
But so they got divorced when you were 3, and you then had a stepdad. Did you have one or more?
I had a couple, yeah.
A couple, yeah. I had several as well. Congratulations. Yeah. It's great, isn't it? What my favorite part of it is you have a whole way everyone's doing everything in the family, and then a new buck shows up and goes, no, we live in New Jersey now. And you're like, wait, okay.
I remember for me, it was really strange. It's kind of nice. My stepfather, and Vincent knows me well enough to know that he was the first one to notice that my mother had forgotten to teach me to brush my teeth. You know, and like, so that, but I mean, it sounds kind of weird and everything, but all of a sudden you're 10 years old and all of a sudden you have to brush your teeth every morning? Are you nuts? You know, I thought this guy was so cruel and weird.
Drill sergeant.
Other people don't do this, you know? But you only know your own reality as a kid. And when your mother falls in love, you know, and we all know this, when a person falls in love, their point of view shifts. You know, I mean, I think one of the things that I love about boyhood is you get that ride and you see it from multiple points of view, where for her, she wants to be in love. For the kids, they want attention. They miss their own father. They don't want to get to know. And then no sooner do they fall. Sometimes, for me, losing my stepfather was harder than my parents' divorce. Because my own father, you only get one father. You only get one mother, right? I mean, but these mentors and these other figures come into your life, and when they leave, you might not find them again. And that for me as a kid, that was more terrifying. I always knew my father was there, you know, whether I was seeing him every day or not, he was there. And what's gonna happen when my mom splits up with this? Is he gonna disappear? And often they do.
Yeah.
You know?
But it sounds like you had a very favorable opinion of at least stepdad number one.
Are we really going to do this?
We don't have
to. I have my stepfather is named. He's not married to my mother anymore, but he is named Patrick Powers, and he's an amazing figure in my life. But that was stepdad number 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. We'll leave stepdad number 1 out of this.
Yeah.
I have a stepdad that I don't say his name because I'm afraid people might egg his house or something.
Right.
But the thing that for me as a kid was when your mom's single, you can often end up being her partner, not in a sick way, but you become her partner physically. No.
Not in the sick way. You mean sexually?
Yeah, just, you know, in a very natural sex way.
You never,
but not like
you never
spooning
told
or
me
anything.
about. You never. Yeah. I'd like to. Really?
And then a guy will show up, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, then they occupy that role, and then you kind of get relegated, and then there's a divorce, and then you're back up to play.
You're back on.
Yeah.
You're the starting lineup again.
Yeah, exactly. They trade the good
not really
quarterback.
where you want to be.
Right.
You know, I mean, and you don't know it. There's a feeling of loss when your parent falls in love, but then when that relationship dissolves, there's this weight that falls back on you. Of responsibility for their emotional life.
Yeah, emotional.
You know, which is, and if you're a young man and you really love your mom, you know, that's something you take really seriously.
Yeah.
And it's more of a burden than probably a 15, 16, 17-year-old boy is really even ready for.
Yeah.
And I found that very hard.
So I'm with you 100%.
Okay.
And I'm curious, I don't really have an explanation why early on I had a very huge fear of commitment, but I think because I was in such a serious relationship as a child with my mother sexually.
God.
I would love to see her face right now.
She's the coolest. She'd be probably making a worse joke. But I think I had a little bit of hesitation about getting ensnared in anything for a while. Once I left the house and I was like, oh, good, no one else's game plan. I don't have to go along for anyone's ride. I don't want to be a part of a bad plan. I have all these rules and no one can and now I'm in control. And I think of a little bit the women, unfortunately, in my life early on were maybe a little bit, you know, I wanted some freedom from maybe that responsibility until I got older. That's just a story about me. Thanks for coming down to hear it.
It's been great being here, dude.
All right. So you You're born in Austin. You come to Brooklyn, right? You come to Brooklyn at 3, 4 years old.
Oh, it was never that simple, man. Never that simple. I was
Okay.
born in Austin. My parents were at UT. You're bringing up a very weird conversation in my psyche. Just because I have so many. I tell you, you might like this.
We did it.
My story was weird. My parents ended up moving to Connecticut, and then they broke up. My father moved back to Texas, and my mother stayed. And she ended up falling in love with another. We moved to Vermont, and for a while, My mom was a waitress at Stratton Mountain Valley Lodge, you know, and she had this boyfriend that I loved. He's incredibly.
Not in the same way.
Not in the same way that Dax is talking about. No, very different way. But I remember, my skin is vibrating in a weird way because I know what I'm about to say and I know how much my mother's going to hate me for saying it.
I'll cut it out.
I've decided I'm going to say it anyway.
Okay, good.
Yeah, and I was thinking about it the whole last 5 minutes. But I remember we were at a movie or something, my mom and I, and I'm in the 4th grade, 3rd grade, and we pull into the house in Vermont, and there we had this little cabin of a house, and all my mother's lingerie was nailed to the front door, you know? And I was like, what is that? And she's like, I think we're moving to Atlanta.
Oh, wow.
And basically, you know, she went in and I stayed in the car, she got some stuff, and we drove to Atlanta.
Now, that's the kind of story that only happens to a woman who has a kid at 18.
Yeah, 17.
Now, if she was 17, God knows what would have been stapled to the door. So, of course, it's not that easy of a story, but you
Can I
end
just
up in...
add something
Please
just
do.
to help his mom out? First of
Yeah.
all, she's absolutely lovely.
Smoking hot. Oh, no.
Well,
That too.
and she's obviously more than that. Has this amazing life, and she moved to Romania and has done so much there. And
She works with gypsy kids, trying to stop child begging, trying to stop racism against gypsies. She grew up in near Abilene, Texas, where racism was really bad when she was a kid, and she was traveling in Europe and recognized the same kind of racism happening there. And she dedicated basically almost the last 20 years of her life to trying to work towards stopping racism in Eastern Europe and Romania specifically, and working on getting, you know, there's a big problem with child begging there and getting those kids in school. She's gotten thousands of kids in school. So as we joke and everything, I would, because it's real easy to, one of the things that I really like about what Linkletter achieved with Boyhood is that you kind of don't ever really know what the parents, kids see their parents through a particular lens. And you don't really think about them as whole people. You think about what their relationship to you is.
100%.
And, you know, I remember all the time people would say, well, what does your mom do for a living? Or something. I'd be like, I don't know. I mean, who cares? I mean, you know what I mean, it's just, but now that I have kids, that's what they're like.
Yeah.
You know, they don't care what movie you're in or everything. They just want you to take care of their stuff.
Yeah, get them to where they need to be.
Not get in the way.
Throw them a 20 when they get out of the car. Yeah. But you do end up in Brooklyn eventually.
I do end up in Brooklyn eventually, yes.
And then you end up in New Jersey.
Yep.
Garden State, first movie. Are you bummed to leave Brooklyn?
I have no idea exactly.
Yeah, I have no idea. What? Was I bummed to leave Brooklyn?
Well, first of all, I'm so sad you left Austin. That's my favorite place in the world.
Well, I always went back to Austin.
Austin, so great. And then you come to Brooklyn, but then you got to leave there too, and then you go to New Jersey.
Yeah.
And so, is the main chunk of your childhood is it New Jersey?
7th grade through 12th grade, yeah.
That's pretty substantial.
Yeah.
And all this moving, how did you do when you would land in these places?
Well, here's the thing: is
we already know from Vincent's story he didn't do so hot when he moved around. So we covered that.
I don't know what I remember. I was in a playground here in Brooklyn, and I had we lived in Atlanta for a while, and I had a nice, prideful Southern accent, and I lost it really fast. You know what I mean? I got my ass handed to me several times, and I was miserable. I used to lay in my mom. We had this really nice apartment in Atlanta, and then when we moved to Brooklyn, we had one room living with my mom, and so I had the little loft bed above, you know, where she would sleep, and I remember I would just sit there. This is going to sound so pathetic. I would just sit there and like click my heels. Like, there's no place like home. There's no place I wanted to go back south so bad, you know? And I just kept thinking, could this be a dream? Please let this be a dream. And it wasn't a dream. It was my life, and it's been misery ever since. No, that was a hard transition. Going from the South to Brooklyn was super hard as a kid. Jersey was better.
It was, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I remember like my first day coming from Brooklyn to there was this girl. I hope maybe she's here tonight. Sherry Kabbalah.
Sherry, are you out
Sherry,
there?
come on out.
Cher Bear?
Sherry was amazing, and Sherry, like to my 12-year-old self, she was smoking hot, and I loved her. And I remember none of the boys liked me. You know, and I was the last one picked for the kick. Yeah. I was the last one picked for the kickball team, you know? So you're talking about moving, I'll just tell you. And I was kind of bummed, and they put me way out in the outfield, and then somebody kicked this thing, and I caught the ball, right? I caught the ball. Yeah, thanks.
Congrats.
And Sherry ran over to all the cool kids going, see, he's not a dork, he's cool. He can catch the ball. And it was kind of cool, and I knew I was lost. I was like, there's no...
Well, nothing makes guys like another guy more than the hot girl saying, I like that guy.
Yeah,
I'm sure that
it didn't
went
help.
really,
It didn't help
Oh,
at all.
shit, well, we like him now, too.
Yeah, no, it doesn't work like that.
I guess the reason I'm curious about how you did in all these new environments is you early on were, before even acting maybe, you had a desire to be a writer? Maybe. No? A little bit? Or are they happening at the same time?
You know, Vincent and I were joking earlier about crazy Dennis Hopper, you know, and Dennis Hopper has an amazing quote that I love, which is that he always saw himself as basically a farm kid, and he never knew that there was a difference between writing and acting and directing and photography and music. That all happened in that building called the Arts. And he wanted to get like away from his family into that building, you know? And that's really how I felt. So if that was gonna be acting in a play, that'd be cool. If it was playing music, that'd be cool. If it was acting, that'd be cool. I wanted to contribute and be part of whatever that mysterious thing called the arts was.
Yeah.
So I don't think my kid mind was like, oh, I want to be an actor, or oh, I want to be a writer. That's the look in my eyes. Since I didn't have an agenda like that. I would read.
But did you have a romantic notion of what a writer was?
Yes.
Okay.
I wanted Jack London. I want to be, you know.
Okay, I was curious who your guy was or
Jack
gal.
London for sure.
Right. Mine was Bukowski. Thanks for
Not
asking.
at 12 or 13.
Sadly,
14,
yes.
14.
Really? You started
I mean,
reading-
right when I decided, and I'll tell you why, because I thought, oh, this guy is he shits his pants once a week.
You related. He sleeps with his mom. Yeah.
No, but I just thought this guy is he's a failure on all accounts. He's drunk all day long. Every woman he's with hates his guts. But he writes it down, and it's beautiful. And then the whole thing seems justified. And as a young guy, I found that very romantic, that if you could contribute this, if you could tell it truthfully, somehow it would excuse what a shitbag you were or something. I think maybe that was secretly what was going on in my mind.
Since you're a Boyhood fan, I'll tell you that I often like to say this, that I think Richard Linklater, Charles Bukowski, Jack Kerouac, and it's got to be somebody else, there's another person in there, are responsible for more bad art, inspiring more bad art. Because you read Bukowski and you think, I fart. I could write a great poem.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You read Kerouac and you're like, I'll write a novel about my friends. It'll be awesome. You know?
I can live in a car.
Yeah, exactly. You know, Linklater makes a movie about growing up. You're like, I could grow up. You know, they make the simple things.
Also, the timeline. You're like, if I could get one done in 12 years.
Yeah, sure. That's a manageable timetable.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I don't think I
it
can
should
get
be
one
a
done
lot better if it took that long.
Yeah.
But anyway, I do think those guys do put that in your brain.
Yeah. So you start working very young. I mean, by my account very young. Vincent, you were pretty young too.
No, not like
God
him.
damn it.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
fucking
Can you,
once
can you just
could
not talk to me, please?
Okay.
I'm done talking.
But I just imagine that at some point we're going to hear mumbling and we're going to just go quiet. We're going to hear, I did put on the cream. I didn't open the thing, but I put on the cream. Like, you don't have to open the thing to put on the cream.
Yeah, I'm not speaking to you anymore.
Can we continue?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you were asking me something, but when Vincent
But you
interrupted-
started working really young.
Yeah.
How do I say this delicately? Were you cool in high school, or did you feel like an outcast?
I definitely felt like an outcast. I remember when I got cast in Explorers, I had done a play at the community theater, McCarter Theater. I got cast in this. I played Dunois Page in St. Joan. Look, a kingfisher. That was my line. And
That's really good.
Still remember.
yeah,
I actually thought a kingfisher.
Thank you.
Very
I do.
believable.
I got scared. There was a
I
kingfisher.
actually saw a kingfisher walk in the room. I was like scared.
I don't even know what a kingfisher is, and I saw
I
it.
had no idea.
I
It was
saw
like
it.
huge and black.
Yeah,
Like it was like,
radiant.
yeah, I had like a net. I was carrying a net.
We get support from Quince.
Have you been wearing the Quince linen shirts?
Yeah, I've been wearing them a suspicious amount. Yeah, European linen ones, they're $34, which is genuinely insane for how nice they are.
It doesn't even make sense.
Well, here's the deal. They work directly with the factories, cut out all the middlemen, so you're paying for the actual quality and not some brand's marketing budget. Everything's 50 to 80% less than comparable stuff. I love it because it's all very classic and traditional, and I know I'm going to be able to keep it for a very long time, and the quality's off the charts.
That's true. The style is very consistent. Whatever you get there, you walk down the street, you're going to look good. They have these lightweight cotton sweaters, which I love for when it cools down at night. It's a nice drape around your shoulders in the summer and then throw it on when it gets a little cool. And it's not just clothes. They do home stuff, ding, 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 travel stuff, everyday essentials. It's all the same model, quality without the markup.
Make your summer wardrobe easier. Go to quince.com/Dax for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too. That's QUINCE.com/Dax for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/Dax. This episode is supported by Helix. All right, let's talk about something we both really care deeply about: sleep.
It's the most important thing. I've had my Helix mattress for years now, and I genuinely think it's one of the best investments you can make for your home. Mine still feels just like it did when I first got it.
Well, that's the thing. It's not one of those mattresses that caves in after 6 months. These things are built to last. And, I'm a side sleeper. I ordered a side sleeper and I get hot, so I have cooling. And I can't tell you how much more comfortable it is to be in there, not sweating and tossing and turning.
Cooling is really important. I've read that you're supposed to sleep a little bit cold.
Mm-hmm.
So I also have cooling. And they have over 20 models, so it's not a one-size-fits-all situation. You just go take their quiz and they match you to what actually works for your body.
Plus, they've got cooling upgrades, which heading into summer, non-negotiable.
Truly.
Go to helixsleep.com/armchair for 20% off. That's helixsleep.com/armchair for 20% off. Make sure you enter our show name after checkout so they know we sent you. helixsleep.com/armchair.
So anyway, I did this play. Thank you. Yeah. And I went on a few big casting calls in New York with some people that I met from that play. And one of them was for this movie called The Explorers, which I ended up getting the main part in.
And River Phoenix was in that with you,
River
yeah?
Phoenix was my co-star and my first scene partner. And it was an interesting thing at high school because for a second, I seemed incredibly cool. I had to leave the football team to go do a movie, right?
Well, you're on the football team. That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Well, I didn't start.
Okay.
Just to digress for a minute. On the 8th grade team, we did a little at the end of the season, the
Scrimmage?
No. At the end of the season, it was a
Banquet.
banquet. Thank you, a banquet. We're doing a banquet, and I got up and gave a whole speech about the team, what a successful season it had been, how we're feeling good about next year, blah blah blah. And I come and sit back down, and my mother's like, "Why did they pick you to talk? You don't even start." And I was like, "I was the only one who wanted to." So that was that. If you get a sense of who I was,
Yeah. You were the team orator.
Yeah, I remember in, when everybody's getting bar and bat mitzvahed, there's those things. Well, I got invited to a couple, and apparently I danced like a lunatic and really and I was, no.
I'm kidding.
No. And the point why I will not dance is because I danced at these things, and then I got excommunicated from my whole group of friends.
No.
It was really, this is vintage 8th grade stuff, where you're sitting around the table, right? and you eat lunch every day at the same table, and Paul's sitting there, and Brandon's sitting there, and David's sitting there, and Sean's sitting there, right? And you get your fries, and you come over. And one day after this bat mitzvah that I'd apparently behaved like an idiot, I just was dancing, and Paul Hurst, his name, I launch into the stratosphere, says, "Hey man, only 8 to a table." Ooh. And I was like, but we eat here every day. Yeah, but it's 8 to a table.
Oh.
I know. And everybody, they're all sitting there. I look
Fuck you, Paul Hurst.
I look to all their eyes, and they're all like, 8 to a table, dude. 8 to. And I was like, so they clearly had all talked about it, You know what I mean? So I had to walk over to the one table by myself to give you an idea whether I was cool. And I sat by myself, and I'll tell you this, ready for this? One guy, Brandon Boyce.
There we go, Brandon Boyce.
Yeah, let's hear it for Brandon.
He stood up, gave them a scowl, and he went and sat next to me.
Man among men.
And he
That's
was
a
my
nice
best
person.
friend.
Yeah, there we
From
go.
then on. Yeah.
So it was like Can't Buy Me Love, the African Anteater dance, but you didn't pull it off. Did you see that movie?
I
was the
feel
lead,
the
you
music.
fucking asshole. I was the lead.
You were
No, Patrick Dempsey.
No. Stop tricking him.
Well, to be honest with you, Amanda Peterson was in that movie. And Amanda Peterson was in The Explorers with me, right? And it was to get us back on topic.
Thank you.
Somebody's got to.
The Explorers, I was kind of a loser. I did this movie, and all of a sudden I was very interesting. People were interested in me.
Sure.
Then the movie was a giant bomb.
But you took that really hard, yeah?
I took it really hard.
Didn't do well.
I took it really hard. And
So I
then-
read a quote where you said that's a lot of pressure for a 17-year-old kid.
Well, to be honest, it was the punch. Hindsight 2020, it's the punch in the face that anybody who's going into the arts needs to get.
Yeah.
That if you're looking for the world to love you back, it feels really good when you guys laugh. It feels really good when you make people happy. But if you're really going to be out here doing something and trying to do something interesting, you've got to fall on your ass.
You're going to shit the bed.
You're not doing anything interesting.
Right.
And so if that's going to crush you, then you really shouldn't walk out.
Yeah.
And so I survived it. It took me several years to put myself back together after that. To be totally honest with you, that's when I started really thinking about writing and thinking, all right, my room at the table is going to be writing, because I actually, this is no joke. I was at the movie premiered at the Ziegfeld. Right? This movie the director had done Gremlins. It was
wow.
1985. It's coming out. It's supposed to $30 million movie in 1985.
Shit.
Okay, it was a big deal.
That's
and
$1
the head of
billion
the studio
today, just so you guys know.
The head of the studio was there. River and I walked down the escalator after the premiere. We went to go to the bathroom, and we overheard the executives from Paramount talking. I'm like, well, it's a loser. Yeah, it's a loser. The public's rejected those kids. I mean, that's no Henry. That's no Henry Thomas.
Well, he was smart. He was a smart guy.
And River and I were just. It felt like a horse, like, And then you walk out of the John. Your mom goes, "You were great," and you're like, "No, the public has rejected me." and to be, I mean, a 13-year-old psyche like that, and especially when you've been, your egos, the flames have been fanned, right?
Yes, well, that's really where I'm heading.
Okay, head there, baby.
Before you get into the team, that group of guys that was standing there talking like that? It's happened again and again and again. But can you imagine being the guy saying, River Phoenix and Ethan Hawke, like,
I know. So
Are you kidding me?
embarrassing.
I just saw the picture.
yeah, come on.
Yeah, come on.
Nobody will know who those people are
Yeah.
in 10 years.
Well, let me ask you though, had River done Stand By Me yet?
No.
Oh, he hadn't.
No.
So he was just as vulnerable as you were.
Yeah.
So he couldn't even go, hey, dude, sometimes it shakes
and
out
I'll
this
tell
way.
you, the funny thing is that one of the most brutal moments of our friendship is, so a year or so, maybe 18 months, and when you're 14, 18 months feels like
16.
eons have gone by, right? And I got a call about another audition for this movie called Stand By Me, right? And I went in and I did the precursor audition and that was my first audition after Explorers, because my mother was like, all right, and so I went in again and I did a good job and I finally got to audition for the director. Rob Reiner's directing the movie, and I go in there, and he goes, man, you're really good. I just gave the part to another kid with a funny name. And I knew instantly who it was.
Oh, no.
Do you know what I mean?
shit.
I was like, another kid, what's that kid? He's a weirder name than you. Two birds. To another bird name. Hawke, and what was it? Was it Corgi Pigeon? No, it wasn't him. Who did he give the part to? River Phoenix.
Lake Eagle.
And they say he says River's name, and that weird thing about friendships and young, it's like one part of you is like a little bit happy and another huge part of you just died.
Oh,
like
yeah.
anybody but my friend.
Yes.
And then he calls me up. He's like, hey, I'm so sorry.
Oh, that's a rough call.
You're not
to get.
sorry.
Yeah.
Don't give me that, right?
That's okay, though, because you get a little laugh of your own a couple years later with Dead Poets Society. Now, this is when I become aware of you. You're 19?
You're 7, right?
No, he's only 4 years older than me.
I was 18 when Dead Poets Society came out, so you would have been 11.
No, 14. Jesus
14.
Christ,
Okay,
you
sorry.
guys. I'm 14. That's a prime time to see that
You're
movie.
14, you're sleeping with your mom.
Yeah. My mom and I Netflixed and chilled it. No, that movie, that movie means a lot to me. And when I saw that movie, it was such an emotional experience for someone who's 14, and you're so largely responsible for that experience. And I remember going like, oh my God, that guy is so special. And just really became a huge fan of you with that movie. Sincerely. Now, what happens to your ego at 19 when that happens? You guys stopped going to bar mitzvahs, didn't you, during this period? I have to imagine it is.
We're not going to start talking about his ego, are we?
Well,
That's our main focus.
that's what we talk about.
Sorry.
What I would like to say,
Well,
one truth, Vincent might say otherwise, but one truth is I had actually been so scarred from the experience as a kid that it took me a long time to register that people liked Dead Poets Society, because the whole experience on the Explorers, everybody told me the movie was brilliant, right?
Yeah.
Everybody close to me kept saying, oh, it's brilliant, you're brilliant, you're brilliant.
And you're
I
gonna
knew
be a
the
huge
world
star.
hated it. So Dead Poets Society was coming out and everybody's like, oh, you're brilliant, you're brilliant. And I just didn't believe them. I just wanted not to be a casualty, not to be one of those teen actors that turns their life into a disaster. I had dropped out of college and my parents were really worried about me, and I really wanted to work and put one foot in front of the other and prove that I was right to drop out of college. And so in a way, my ego might have clearly been affected in some way, but I was so sure that whatever success I was having was going to be so short-lived that I just wanted to use it to get through doors,
Right.
So that that was really how I felt.
So yeah, it didn't cure the fear that we all kind of carry, in particular in your case, having had that experience. And I can see that keeping you humble, but just the being 19 and going places and people saying hi to you and girls all of a sudden wanting to talk to you.
Yeah, that was good.
That's
Yeah.
That's a lot to juggle at 19. Like
Yeah.
I rode a wheelie on a dirt bike and I thought I was fucking Elvis Presley. I mean, it's kind of hard to keep that thing, in the saddle. Did you have someone in your life that was checking in with you? Were you staying connected? Did you have a mentor? Like, how did you navigate that? Because you didn't implode as many people did.
I didn't implode. Stop it.
Vincent knows some shit.
Yeah,
Vincent
really
knows.
Like Vincent, I can tell you, Vincent knows he wore like a leather jacket for a month that was way out of his league or something.
Yeah, no, it's way worse than that. I guess you could say that I don't know how I survived. I look back, frankly, I just don't know. There but for the grace of God go I is what I want to answer. I don't know why I didn't get run over. I don't know. Amanda Peterson, passed away a couple of years ago. Rivers passed away a long time ago now. We make jokes about how your ego can sustain, but egos are ferocious creatures and they can destroy our lives if we don't keep them in check. And I don't know. Part of it is a biochemistry, something that you're just born with. I have, we talked about stepfathers. I remember I made my Broadway debut in a Chekhov play, right? I'm 21. It's a couple years after what you're talking about. And this is life for you. Actually, I remember this feeling because the stage looked a lot like this right now. I remember walking out onto stage thinking, isn't this weird? I'm making my Broadway debut. I'm playing Constantine. It's just one of the greatest parts ever written. And I'm not nervous at all. I'm going to slay this part. Do you know what I mean? I remember that's like
You were back on the dance floor at the bar mitzvah.
Yeah, and guess what? The reviews showed that I wasn't taking it seriously enough. Do you know? My point being is that I wasn't going to go with that, but I had confidence, and I loved what I was doing. But I did have great people in my life, and I remember the opening night. Like I went to light a cigarette, and literally 4 lighters came out from agents and managers and people like that. Because when you're 21, your future income is, they're willing to take a bet. And my stepfather saw this moment, and he took me aside, and he said, something along the lines of, "You're acting like an entitled little shit." And that these guys are kissing your ass and you think it's so great, but you should be home because you weren't that good. You weren't as good as you can be. And you know that, and he was always challenging me to not. I remember he would say really wise things to me. Like, it's always hard to tell when people are full of shit when they're complimenting you. Not because you're a bad person, but because you want to believe them.
Oh, it's
right?
delicious.
When the guy goes, "You're the next Marlon Brando," you think, really? Like you don't think obvious. I mean, it's so hard when you're in that seat to see clearly. And so that's the long answer. The short answer is I got spared somehow. I made it through a gauntlet that I didn't deserve to make it through. I don't know how I ended up getting to be 47, sitting here talking with you, and getting to have this kind of.
But I also think knowing him, and it's one of the reasons why we bonded, is that we've always been able to, especially when we were younger, no matter how crazy things were getting and how many opportunities we had put in front of us, that we were always able to step out of ourselves a bit and see ourselves a little bit, and I think that's because of people like your stepdad and stuff like that, and people like
people like you. I mean, we could do that for each other. I mean, Vincent came to one of the first book readings I ever did, and I never forget, we had this very funny experience. We're walking out of the bookstore, and there were all these lovely people there, one of his sons, and this one guy really wanted to give me a manuscript, and we were being rushed somewhere else. You remember this? And we got rushed in the back of a town car, and we got sat back in there. And this guy said, "Please, will you read this thing?" And the door shut, and we both looked at each other. And you said, "Samuel Beckett." We just slammed the door on Samuel Beckett, And I mention only because that's the value of our friendship. We were always reminding each other, well, lucky it was to be in the seat we're in, and how we don't deserve to be here.
Right.
You know?
And then the tail end of what I was going to say goes a little darker, which is.
Should I take my pants off?
Please don't.
I was going to say yes. But later in life, both of us had similar things too that you could say, barely survived.
Yeah.
Times, yeah.
Well, what he's trying to say is that we're not like choir boys over here saying that we're like such good people.
I think that goes without
because of friends
saying,
that say. Well,
I don't think anyone here thinks that you're Kirk Cameron.
Yeah, I have fallen. Thank you.
Do you know who he is?
Yes,
okay.
I do know who he is. I've fallen on my ass many times, and I don't know. Sometimes I'll tell you a story. I'm scared to say this because it's really sad and really strange, but I hope this is okay. I mean, you're laughing, but I'm not actually. But I was 14, and River Phoenix and I stole a pack of cigarettes together. Right? We watched, some weird thing on James Dean or something. We wanted to smoke Camel on filters, right? And so we went, and back in those days, you could put them in a bar.
Yeah.
So we got some quarters, and we hid from the guy. We put them in, and we went out to this old. We weren't in high school. We were making a movie, but other people were in high school, and we went out to this back of this high school field next to this, the goalposts, and we smoked 3 cigarettes in a row, right? And I remember River puked. He turned green and he puked, and I didn't. And I thought of that the night he died.
Yeah.
It's not up to us. We don't know how strong our bodies are. We don't know. And some people can do asinine things, and they drive home drunk, and they park the car, and they wake up in the morning, and they go to an Alcoholics Anonymous, and they save their life, and they tell the story. And some people crash and burn and die.
Yeah.
And it's not, there's no like pithy statement where, well, because I had friends, I made it.
Listen,
you know
what you don't know about me is I'm 14 years sober, and I've had probably 8, thank you. I've had 8 good buddies die in the fucking cocktail. Every time it comes out with the cocktail I'm like, I've been on that exact same combination 25 times. And they had 2. And you just don't know why that night. So,
and that's why I'm saying, like, the universe, the truth is, the universe is moving in these ways that we don't really know. But one thing we know is we know when we're hurting ourselves. We know it.
Yeah.
We know when we're out of alignment with
the symmetry of it all.
You feel it in your heart.
Yeah.
And you feel it when something is fun and when something is malevolent. Mm-hmm. And when you get attached to malevolent forces inside yourself, bad shit goes down. And good friends say, remember, we talked about this, remember? And you go, no, we didn't, that's not what I mean. And then you hang up the phone, you're like, that is what I meant, damn it.
Yeah.
And it haunts you, and hopefully you can pull yourself out of those negative tailspins, you know? And,
well, one theory I have on you is what's kept you right-sized is you have an incredible work ethic. For whatever reason, again, maybe biochemically, maybe your stepdad.
No, he does.
But you're an industrious motherfucker.
Yeah, he is.
Suspiciously, you've written 3 books, directed 3 movies.
You mean somebody else must
and directed
have
3 plays.
Why is it suspicious?
Because 333. 3 movies, 3 plays, 3 books.
Well, that means when he does another one, your whole theory goes out the fucking window.
I'll never talk to him again.
What kind of theory is that?
No. He does a 4th of anything,
I bet you
I'm out.
to say your whole thing is still wrong. I've actually directed 4 movies, and I've written 4 novels.
Oh, come on.
So you're off track, dude.
I'm going to sue Wikipedia.
But you can go with the 3 thing.
By the way, my Wikipedia page I just discovered last week says my name is Daximus. That's true. It's not Daximus.
Hey, since we're talking about moms, I don't even think I told you this. This is what's funny about the time period we live in. My mom goes on my Wikipedia page and tries to correct it.
Sure.
And they won't let her. Like they'll have my son's name wrong, right? And she'll be like, no, I'm his grandmother.
Yeah.
His son's name is this. And they go, no, it's not. We know. In Vogue magazine, 1997, it says this. She's like, yeah, but that was wrong. And I'm his grandmother. I'm like, no, you're not.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I only learned of this because someone tweeted me, I named my son after you, Daximus. And I was like,
That's terrible. Oh, no.
hold on. Is the ink dry on the birth certificate because I'm not Daximus? And so where'd you get Daximus? And then it was a screen grab of Wikipedia. So then I went there and I tried to correct it. And then I learned I've been banned. This is true.
you're not allowed to
I've
do
been
that.
banned from
'Cause you're
Wikipedia
biased.
because I wrote something to
You're not allowed
pervert it
to.
or something.
Yeah.
I've never written anything to Wikipedia and I'm fucking banned.
That's not
Daximus
true.
wrote it.
Daximus is behind all this.
Is Daximus an actual name?
Maybe in 3rd century Rome.
Yeah. Like
Certainly not in Detroit in the
Maximus
80s.
Daximus.
Yeah. Maximus Daximus.
Yeah.
Or like one of those guys in a strongman contest.
Yes.
Like Magnus ver Magnus.
Yeah.
So you're an industrious dude, and you've.
He's nonstop. He's just nonstop.
It's really impressive, but what's impressive about it isn't the obvious, that you're a hard worker. I think that's awesome, and there's a lot of people that are hard workers. To me, what's really admirable about it is when you are known as an actor and people like you and they like you in that lane, and you come out and you go, but I'm a poet. They go, fuck you. Or you go, but I play bass and I want to. It's weirdly scarier when you have something you've excelled at and then you're going to start all over again and try something completely unproven that you know the bar is going to be high and that the critics are going to be rough. So that is what I admire about you, is that you would go, fuck it, I'm going to do this. And you had to have recognized the stakes or the risks, yeah? And it just didn't stop you.
Well, I don't know what other people think about, but I often think about my obituary.
Okay.
You know, I really find myself thinking about it. And like, I remember this filmmaker, Michael Almereyda, offered me a film of Hamlet. And I remember a couple, my people around me, friends and this thing, don't play Hamlet. It's so pretentious. People think you're so pretentious already. If you play Hamlet, they're just going to make fun of you so much. And I remember, it's just my brain. My brain thought, yeah, but I'll play Hamlet.
Yeah.
You know, like, big fucking deal. They make fun of me. And I felt like if you can't take being made fun of, right? If you can't take it, then they're right. The funny thing is, I realize this, if, you know, people would say, oh, he's writing a novel, he wants to be taken seriously. And I remember my brain went, well, no, I don't. If I want to be taken seriously, I'd keep acting. Like, I know I'm going to get made fun of, so why would you say that? But then I realized that, oh, do I want to be taken seriously? Because if this hurts my feelings, clearly I do. And I remember thinking, you know what? No. I don't want to be taken seriously. I remember this setting. There's a great Allen Ginsberg interview when you remember he was on Carson and he would chant Hare Krishna. And like, I don't know if it's true or not, but the story is like William Burroughs or Kerouac or one of the guys said afterwards, don't you know the whole country's making fun of you? And he said, yeah, I know, but I'm a poet. And that's my job. My job is to fuck up the Johnny Carson show and make everybody realize that this is our life. You know, like, wake up, wake up, wake up. We're alive right now. You know, and that it's my job is not for everybody to like me or say, good job. What a nice poet. That's a good rhyme.
Yeah.
That's not my job.
Yeah.
You know, and I remember thinking, that's so cool.
So what's cool is if you're following your North Star and you're able to kind of put everyone else's opinion, dial it to mute it down enough, you can end up succeeding whether or not anyone else thinks so, right? Which is a very liberating thing. So you've made a few movies, and I wonder if you feel this way, that if you make the movie you wanted to see, you've won. Is that how you approach making a movie?
You've cursed in the show, right? You said, like,
Yeah.
I call it the fuck you power,
Okay.
right?
Great.
And the power is like, Vincent and I did a play together once. It was called Clive, and it's based on Brecht's Ball. It's a modern, and if you do Brecht's Ball is not trying to be liked. Brecht's Ball's trying to be incendiary in the same way that like early punk rock bands would get on stage and just scream. It's kind of designed to make you go, to wake you up. You're coming to the theater, you want to kind of fall asleep and have a nice hazy dream that lets you cry at the right time. And Brecht was saying, no. People are, he's trying to violently wake you up. And Vincent and I worked in this play, and we got to a place, I remember it was really fun, of sitting there and looking at the set, looking at what we're doing, and going, I believe in it. Do you? And it's a great feeling. When you know you do. And when we didn't believe it, we kept working. And, we kept working, and we're, okay, we got it. This is what, we'll die on this hill.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And I'm okay dying. You don't have to like it. I'm not saying that it's actually good or something. I have no opinion about whether it's good or not good. It's what we were trying to do, to your point.
Yeah.
And when you've done that, you can say, yeah, I remember, I knew, say, another actor in the show. I knew he was good in the show. I didn't think he was good in the show. I didn't hope he was good in the show. I didn't wonder if she was good in the show. I knew they were. Mm-hmm. And that's called the fuck you power. So if somebody writes something bad about him, fuck you, you're wrong. And
right.
you have to kind of hold that in your, because everybody's got an opinion in the arts.
Well, also,
and they're allowed it. That's the job of it. They're allowed not to like it. They're not bad because they don't like it. They're right.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And you're also in a business. We all
the
are.
Coffee is really hitting in, Dex. I'm really getting passionate.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's creeper coffee.
Yeah.
It hits you right at the 30-minute marker. But we're in a business where you do movies and you try your hardest on all of them, presumably. And then there's this huge element of luck that no one really can factor in. And you've had movies that were huge hits. You've had movies that weren't. And there's no barometer while making them. Or, occasionally you're in a ship that's taken on water.
Well,
But
when he's working with me, he knows.
back
Pretty
up
much it's gonna be okay.
the Brinks
Yeah.
truck.
It's going to be all right.
Yeah. Start shopping for property.
Yeah.
But because it's so unknown, really what you have to hold on to, or the thing that you can own, is just the experience itself, right? You got to learn to kind of love and value the process, because that's the thing that really, your life's really the process. It's not about that weekend where there was a power outage on the East Coast and no one went to the movies, or all these different variables. So knowing that, you seem, and from the outside, I don't know what your internal dialogue has been, but you seem to be someone that's had a really healthy relationship with, I'm going to go do a play. No, now I'm going to stop and I'm going to write a book. Now I'm going to do this. It doesn't appear that you've taken the low-hanging fruit too often. Let's just bring up Training Day, which is another fucking gangster movie. Oh, my God. When you've had those moments of a ton of capital because you've just been in something really successful, how is it you've been able to decide, no, I'm gonna focus on this next thing that I really care about and not take that low-hanging fruit? Or have you taken it and I just didn't realize it? Because you're a human being, you have bills and shit, I presume, right? You're not independently wealthy.
And the problem is, if you that's a funny thing. I was, Vincent knows this, I don't know if you remember this, but it's so cliche, what I'm about to say.
Great.
It's so cliche. I'm turning 40, and I can't believe it. I can't, it comes out of nowhere to me. All of a sudden, I turn 40, and I've been the youngest my whole life. I was 13. When I signed at my agency, I was the youngest client they had. My whole viewpoint was that of the youngest person in the room. And all of a sudden, I was 40. And I couldn't make sense out of that. And directors were younger than me.
Yeah.
And my brain just wrestled with it. And I went online to try to figure out what actors I admire. How am I gonna live? All this energy we spend with young people, teaching them how to be like 38, how to be 40. When you grow up and you're doing what you want to be, what's supposed to happen after that? Right? There's not this big energy teaching 40-years how to be 88. Right? They're like,
no. And you're fucking on your own at that point.
And kids are like, why would you care? You're like, man, I want to live and I want to do shit. I want somebody to tell me how to do this. I want to not screw up my life. I want to not So I'm having these thoughts of how the hell am I going to be an 80-year-old I like? And so I started thinking about okay, I like Jason Robards, right? And I started reading about Jason. I'm up all night because I was shooting a movie and I was away from my family, and I decided that Christopher Plummer. Christopher Plummer
Yeah.
What a class act, man. This guy, I love his acting. I started like going Inside Man, the Insider, and like going through, he's even got a little part in Malcolm X. He's always doing something interesting. He's playing King Lear. He's Canadian. He's perfect,
Sure.
And
They teach it up there.
and then my heart breaks. Independently wealthy. Because I was like, how do you make all these artists? His family's from like a Canadian railway or something. And I mean, it doesn't take his greatness away, but it does mean that one of the things that I was, one of the things
Canadian oligarch? Boo.
I love the guy. What I'm not saying, the thing I was wrestling with is how am I supposed to keep chasing my dreams and do all the things I want to do? And Ryan was pregnant with Indiana, and it was my fourth kid, and so, the economy was falling apart, and I'd made it to 40 before I'd hit that moment where you're scared shitless about money.
Sure.
And all of a sudden, when Dead Poets Society came out, I got paid $30,000. I remember sitting in this apartment in New York and thinking, I'm the richest person I know.
Sure.
I've never met anybody richer than me.
You're probably the richest 19-year-old in the
really
city.
was.
Yeah.
I remember I went grocery shopping. I bought mac and cheese. I bought whatever I wanted. I bought the large Cheerios. I didn't give a shit. You know what I mean? And
Grey Poupon mustard.
Yeah, man. If I wanted as many hot dogs as I wanted, I remember I went
National, bitch.
I had a Tyco racetrack in my apartment. I got 3 of them to make it really big because I thought girls would like that. They didn't. They weren't impressed. But anyway, so the point. So Christopher Plummer, and I was thinking, damn it. I can't be Christopher Plummer because he clearly got to do King Lear, got to make all these choices because he could make these choices. I don't even know the man, right? But in my imagination, I was thinking he could make these choices just based on art.
Yeah.
And I was feeling all these like, damn it, I was going to let everybody, if I don't follow my heart, I'm going to let myself down. If I do, I'm going to let my family down.
Yeah.
And it was a kind of crisis moment for me. And I realized how much I wished I wanted to be independently wealthy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually have more respect for people when they are independently wealthy and they are successful. Like Julia Louis-Dreyfus, she's from the Dreyfus family. She's amazing, and she's a billionaire. Her family's billionaires. I'm like, God bless her. She got a work ethic. I wouldn't.
I know.
I'd be with the
It's so
Russian
true.
oligarchs
What
in
you're
fucking
saying
Ibiza, like popping Magnum fucking champagne bottles.
That'd be good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of jewelries.
That'd be really good.
Yeah. All right, well, listen, we're running out of time, and what I really want to talk about is 2 things that you have currently in the marketplace. One of them is called First Reformed, which I watched. Have you guys seen this? It's unbelievable. It's so fucking good. Oh, my God. You're so riveting. So is the guy at the beginning.
Yeah.
Who's that guy? Did you see it, Vincent?
What's that?
Did you see the movie?
No, I could give a shit.
Yeah.
No, the movie's like one of my favorite things he's ever done, and this kid is amazing.
Yeah,
and he's talking about.
He's
so
an
I think we
amazing
should
young actor.
celebrate him. He's
He
awesome.
plays Michael, and I'm a priest, and I'm counseling him. He's a guy who's having a deep crisis because his wife, he's a young man, they're expecting a baby, and he doesn't want to bring a child into this world when he's really worried about the future. And
The climate.
The climate change and
yeah.
what's happening, and it's breaking his heart because he really wants me as a religious leader to provide some leadership. Say, what are we doing? And what is the church doing for the environment, for God's earth?
Yeah.
What are we doing? Where are the grown-ups? And how can I pretend to be a grown-up for this child when all the grown-ups aren't taking care of the earth? What do we care? All these issues are totally irrelevant if the earth catches on fire, And the filmmaking is so brilliant because in the back, the whole time we're having this conversation, he's got a screensaver of the temperature of the earth every decade of the last, and it's just getting hotter and hotter. And it's a very, very well-made movie. Paul Schrader wrote Taxi Driver, Raging Bull, American Gigolo. He's a great filmmaker, and
It's a cool kind of throwback filmmaking style.
And the reason why he did that
refreshing.
different form that you're talking about is it makes your eye think differently.
Yeah.
It's a throwback to Bresson or Bergman films, and all of a sudden your brain goes, wait, is this an old movie?
But this is one compliment I'm going to force you to listen to because it really hit me in boyhood. I think you're a tremendous actor, but you're not a flashy actor. And I say that as a compliment. But I'll tell you, when the power of your acting became crystal clear to me was in Boyhood, because you were dealing with a lot of actors who were young, and you were filming at different stages of their life, and they're real human beings. So when they're 6 and 8 years old or whatever, they probably are not very self-aware. And then when they get to be teenagers, they're very self-aware, and they're starting to define their identity and think of how they're coming across. So it was interesting to just watch them as humans, the kids go through that. And what I think is a testament to your acting is those kids were at their best every single time when they were in scenes with you. You bring out such great performances in people. Something about what you do makes people feel so at ease and so comfortable. And it's so glaring in Boyhood. And I think that's such a tremendous marker of a great actor. And you could miss it. But watch Boyhood and watch those kids in scenes with all different people, and then just watch them with Ethan. They just lock in and they're real as it gets. And it's weird because you're not thinking to evaluate Ethan's acting, but that's really what's happening there. It's really impressive.
I mean, I don't have to say this, but you know that the difference between doing something like this with Dax and doing another thing is that Dax actually means what he says.
Yeah, you're an incredible motherfucker. It's impressive as hell. When I worked with Vincent, he makes me worse, but that's not because he's not a great actor.
It's because I try and sabotage your performance.
Yeah. It becomes your little, like they say every actor has a secret, and your secret is to destroy me in every scene we've ever been in.
Yeah, and to try to make the director dislike you.
So first Reform, you guys should see it. It's fantastic. But then you also have a movie out that you directed and you wrote, and you have a writing partner in that one. Did you write that with someone?
I wrote it with Sybil Rosen, the woman she wrote a book called Living in the Woods in a Tree, the movie's called Blaze, and it's about this singer-songwriter Blaze Foley, and she was his lover and partner, and I co-wrote it with her.
No shit, the Alley?
Alia Shawkat plays her in the movie, and so it's really her story.
Oh, wow.
And we worked on it together because, I didn't know the man, and she did.
Right. It's incredible, and the performance by Ben Dickey. If you guys haven't seen Blaze, you got to go see it.
Let me tell you a little bit about that, because the man sitting right to my right, one of the things, I took a huge gamble, and I wanted to make a movie about music, and I wanted to cast musicians. So I knew this musician I loved. His name's Ben Dickey, and I'd watched his band for years, and I'd always wanted him to act because he has a powerful charisma when he's on stage playing. And if I thought about this idea of, well, if I was making a movie about a blues musician, I should get a musician. I got Charlie Sexton, who is one of the best guitarists of my generation. But when we were starting this journey together, Ben had never acted before, and I was going to put him in. He's in every scene. It's not a little performance. It's a big bravura performance. So I sent him to Vincent's house.
Oh boy.
Vincent is the only. I shouldn't say only, but when I think of the people, when you are 18 and in front of the camera, you learn by fire. I've learned on my own, pretty much. And I've read books and I see other people's work, but I've pretty much cobbled together my own education. But the person who reached inside me and spoke to me about acting in a way that made sense was Vincent. We met very young. And
no, Vincent Price.
No, not him.
Different Vincent.
No, but
yeah.
Oh, I thought everybody just assumed it was Vincent Price. Sorry.
There's a joke I like to make. Like every year you watch the Oscars and you watch these big showy performances, and I'll lean over to my wife and say, it's so funny about acting, right? Which is that most of the people that win these prizes and stuff are working with a world-class director, with a world-class cinematographer, with a Pulitzer Prize-winning writer.
Hans Zimmer scoring it.
Yeah, they got the best musicians scoring. If you weren't good in those movies, you suck. You know what I mean? Yeah. If you watch Criminal Intent every night, okay? My wife and I watched Criminal Intent like, this is an Academy Award-winning performance. There's no lighting, there's no writing, there's no plot, and the guy's fucking brilliant. And they're gonna, give it to some English dork who, I mean, Jesus, makes me crazy. And so I sent Ben to Vincent, and it was one of the most. We had some charity function, like in Ben went over for his first workshop meeting with Vincent, and I was so nervous. Because I was like, what was I gonna? I was deep in already, I'd raised the money, I had this, and it's like, what am I gonna do if Vincent says this guy can't act? You know what I mean? Because it was a big gamble. I really didn't know. My gut.
You couldn't know.
My gut said, this guy has something in him that's dying to get out, and music is where it's channeled right now. But if I could just change that dial and let him apply his artistry in this other medium and have it be in a subject matter about a musician who couldn't get it out. The subject matter and the performance could be an intersection that was what cinema loves, right? And I remember we were at this function, and I saw that you called, and I was like, but I couldn't pick up the phone because I had to. So I went to the bathroom, to listen to the message, and I couldn't barely. And it said, you are so fucked. And then I lost it. I was like, oh, fuck. And what am I doing? What am I doing? And what am I doing? What am I doing? And then I pressed replay. He's like, you are so fucking lucky. This kid is so good. And then you sent me some stuff that you guys were working on. And
you make him sound like a jeweler in the Diamond District. Like you got your hands on a jewel, you got to send it over to him.
That's what it was like, yeah.
It's a little bit like that.
We do that a lot. We actually do that a lot.
Yeah, we do it a lot. And the funny thing is sometimes what Ben would say if he was here is it's kind of like you just put him on a path of what acting wasn't. Right. He had this idea about what acting was, like a lot of people do. What's very hard to do is get rid of those phony ideas. And you gave him permission to channel the same guts, the same heart, lungs, guts, into that he used in his music. See, no, just take that, put it on the line, put it on the text. Put it here, put it in your guts and give it here and connect.
Your turn is coming, my friend.
Yes, it is. Well, this is very reminiscent about what Vincent says about my acting, which is don't ever take a class because the one little thing you do well, it might kill.
Well, it was a wonderful thing. And I could be on set with Ben and I could say, because I know Vincent really well, and I could say just little key words that Ben would know exactly what I was talking about. And it just unlocked. And I'm really one of the reasons why I'm so grateful to be here with you, and I know that you guys are great friends. And all joking aside, I know you since the time that I agreed to be here, you can't believe how many people told me how lucky I am. No, people really have. And so I really want to thank you. But I really also wanted to take an opportunity to publicly, for Ben and I, to say thank you to Vincent. It's been an amazing experience putting this performance. If you get a chance, come see it. It's called Blaze.
He's unbelievable.
Yeah, he's unbelievable.
And
it's he and Charlie and Alia, Josh. I'm really proud of
he's
the
so
act.
good that I went, this guy's probably a huge star that gained a bunch of weight, and I don't recognize him. Like that's my only explanation.
No, it was
that makes
Christian Bale.
sense.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
that
totally.
part. Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was just waiting to see in the credits.
Yeah, right.
Christian Bale. I want to thank you both. The best part about, my favorite thing about getting to do this job we're so lucky to do is not all the things that I thought were going to be great. I thought money would be more fun than it is. I certainly don't want to give it up, but I thought I would be Thurston the Howl and people carry my shit around, whatever. Just wasn't that. The thing I didn't expect, that is the hugest gift of all this, is we get to meet each other and you get to hang with people who have dedicated themselves to this kind of exploration. And you guys have met each other And that's really the number one thing, isn't it? Isn't that the best part of this?
Yes.
It's funny, my son's 16, and he's studying history and everything as he does, and he was thinking about the expression, the pursuit of happiness. And he was like, isn't that actually everything? It's the pursuit of it. People think it's gonna be grabbing it, holding it, like I can own it, like I can put it in my bank account, or I can build it, or it's actually the pursuit of happiness is happiness.
Yeah.
It's relationships. When you think back in the favorite moments of your life, they're like going to the party. You know, it's walking somewhere through the park when it snowed. It's always so simple. Connecting with another person is probably the best thing that's ever going to happen to you.
The struggle to achieve 100%, even though you know you can't, as an actor, that ends up to be your performance. That struggle, the pursuit.
Where you fall is actually the most interesting part. Same way with your kids. You know, your kids always hate whatever's unique about them. You know, whatever's like their weird, eccentric thing.
Yeah, my kid's got a horn, yeah.
Well, I did want to. I'd probably remove that, but never mind. No, you know what I mean. What's unique about us is what we feel shame about. And oftentimes that shame creates tripping behavior. The truth is, that's what's beautiful. And the same thing as an actor. Your shortcomings, if you let them be, are actually gonna be what's most interesting.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes,
Yeah.
for sure.
I just need to know really quick, the first time you saw Vincent's character in Mag 7, you know, what was your reaction to that?
I was the first person to see it.
You were?
Yeah.
Have you guys seen
For those who
Vincent
haven't seen Mag 7, Vincent, he's amazing in the movie. And they hired him to be this big, macho, Paul Bunyan type guy. And Vincent, we're in the car going to set, and he's like, we're driving, and he says, you know, sometimes really tough guys have really high voices. And you kind of think it's funny that this tough guy has this high voice. He's like, I'm gonna do that. And I was like, no, you're not. Don't do that.
I'm so glad you brought it up.
But I cannot tell you, I was there first time when Denzel, Chris Pratt, Antoine Fuqua, all the producers and Vincent's on stage going, hey guys, what are you over here? And you should see Denzel going, because everybody's trying to be so macho, you know?
Yeah.
And then, but the funny thing, because Vincent's so intimidating, I just watched, nobody said anything. Nobody said anything. And everybody's like, okay, yeah. And Antoine goes like, do you want to do another take? And Vincent's like, no. And then I saw the producers all like scurry over and start whispering in Antoine's ears. And I just saw Antoine go, you tell him.
Oh my God.
That's the advantage of being a full-blown lunatic. Everybody's scared of you. Yeah.
Speaking of Vincent's special abilities, he's promised me something today. If anyone listened to his episode, he revealed something so exciting. He said he's gonna do a little magic trick for us. And I'm the magician's assistant, so this is my dream come true.
It's going to be really super quick.
This is going to play so well on the podcast.
That's what you get for coming to a live show. You get something special.
So the thing about magic,
Oh, boy.
The thing about magic.
and the
I'm
reason
so
I
happy.
stopped doing it is because I find it to be one of the most unsexy things
No,
ever.
Monica.
No, that's the
But
whole
this is the
thing.
one woman.
That's right.
Okay, so
Corinne, you better watch your man right now, because Monica's about to come unglued.
So 2 pieces of paper.
Okay.
This is called a trading thing, but we both, right? Okay?
Sure.
So I need to take one, you take one, hold your hand, hold it tight though.
Okay.
The thing is to hold it tight. Put your hand over here.
Oh, boy, I'm so nervous. Before you do the trick, can I just ask you really quick, how many years since you've done this trick?
30. I don't know if it's gonna work.
Okay.
Okay. But the magic word is fuck it.
Okay.
Okay. So fuck it and tap my hand.
Fuck it.
No, fuck it first and then tap my
I
hand.
messed it up. All right.
Go ahead.
Fuck it.
Okay, so for the... So, for the listeners at home, what just happened was Vincent bisected Monica.
Yep, pretty much.
He juggled her torso and legs, threw her up in the air scattywampus, and when she landed, she was a perfect snowman.
Metaphorically, that's exactly what just happened.
Well, you guys, you gotta go. I also want to mention, Vincent, you made a movie called The Kid that Ethan's in, and you directed that movie.
I did.
And how was that experience for you?
It was the first time in my life that I've been directed by somebody who knows a tremendous amount about acting. I mean, it was one of the things, it was so much fun. We made a Western called The Kid. It's a retelling of the Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid story. Dane DeHaan plays Billy the Kid. I play Pat Garrett. Chris Pratt. What happened there? Something, this...
His second magic trick is he breaks the microphone.
Yeah, right. And we shot it out in New Mexico. It was a lot of work for you, but it was a lot of fun for me. And
did you try a new accent like, "Hi guys, stick 'em up, motherfuckers"? Been nice to give him a taste of his own medicine.
You know, the thing is, when it comes to him, it's like he's like the perfect Pat Garrett. Like he could play Pat Garrett right now on the stage. I mean, it's like he is Pat. Like,
but I'll tell you this. Thank you. But the amazing thing is about Vincent is his understanding of acting is actually really. He's been doing it a long time. He's taught it for a long time. He knows a lot about it and the nuance of it. And one of the things, here's an interesting thing. Training day, I'm going in for my screen test. Who do I call? Vincent, right? And I'm like, I got to do this, I got to do this, I got to do this. And it's not what you think about a voice or a tagging it or something. There's a time for that, and there's a time for something. Because I was all worried about how I was going to do this with the character. I was going to do this. I needed a secret. I needed this. And Vincent basically said, let's play a game. What if you were enough? What if there was no secret? What if you went in and looked, you just go in, you're good, you know who this guy is, be you in this situation. Look Denzel in the eyes and answer him honestly. Just like the same thing I would say to Ben when we were doing Blaze. Be you, breathe, and respond.
Find your voice.
And don't be fancy. Don't be important. Don't be amazing. Disappear. Disappear with him in his imagination. Go, fly. And it was very liberating, the idea of what if I am enough? Like, what if I don't have to be better than I am to be good? And it's one of the things that's really hard about working with great people, like somebody like Denzel Washington, somebody who really excels at what they do. You have to believe in yourself, or you completely let them down. Because, being intimidated by them is not helpful to them. That is not, I keep my daughters going into acting now, and that's one of the big things you have to say is like, they're not there to teach you. They're not your dad. I am. You come to me with this stuff, but when you show up on set, do your thing. Have an idea. I mean, that's what, it does make Magnificent Seven a richer, more full movie that guy is not a cardboard cutout of another macho person. Vincent is putting a human being in the middle of this, swashbuckling Western. And in the movie's better for it. But nobody told him to do that. He's not waiting for permission to do that. You got to go claim that. And Vincent gave me permission to do that on training day. And it was a huge leap in my life,
Well, we are both lucky to have Vincent in our corner.
And that's why we didn't talk to him the whole podcast.
Sweet. No, he's the sweetest. He doesn't want to be here. He came out here to help me talk to you, and I love you so much. You're the sweetest. Of course, Monica, I love you. Ethan, thank you so much for coming. So great to talk to you and meet with you. You guys put it together.
Great to meet you, Zach.
Yeah.
This episode is brought to you by SoFi, the all-in-one finance app where you can bank, borrow, and invest all in one place.
Let's talk bank accounts for a second. The average bank savings rate is 0.39% in interest. You're earning pennies on your savings, but it does not have to be that way.
With SoFi high yield checking and savings, the money barely making moves sitting in your savings account can earn over 8 times the national average savings rate with eligible direct deposit.
No account or overdraft fees, which feels rare these days. You can get your paycheck up to 2 days early, perfect for getting ahead of a bill or grabbing what you need right when you need it.
Plus, get up to a $300 welcome bonus when you sign up with eligible direct deposit. Sign up for SoFi checking and savings at SoFi.com/armchair. SoFi checking and savings is offered through SoFi Bank N.A. member FDIC. Terms apply.
Hey, fact check, you're so fine, you blow my mind. Hey, fact check. Hey, fact check. Hey, fact check, you're so fine, you blow my mind. Hey, fact check. Hey, fact check. That was to Hey Mickey.
I know. Cool.
You know that song?
I do. I actually do.
Hey Mickey, you're so fine, you blow my mind. Wouldn't you love to be Mickey in that song? I don't even know if Mickey's a boy or a girl in this scenario.
Or a mouse.
Or a mouse, a very famous mouse.
Could be.
If it was about Mickey Mouse, I bet he didn't even care because he gets so much attention anyways.
Yeah, everyone already knows he's fine.
He is very fine.
He knows that about himself.
He's one of the sexiest mice I've ever seen. You know?
Top 3 for sure.
Yeah. Behind Mighty Mouse and Modest Mouse. All very fine mice.
That's true. The three
blind mice suck.
No, I think they're. What do you mean they?
No, fuck,
suck?
marry, kill. You're killing the 3 blind mice.
I don't think so. I think they're incredibly resourceful. They're blind and they're still doing all kinds of stuff.
3 blind mice. See how they run.
They run.
Okay. All right. What else are they doing that's impressive? Go on.
I don't remember the rest of the rhyme. So
they're to be admired because they're persevering even despite the blindness.
Exactly.
But that doesn't put them on my hot lit list.
All right. Well, you care about things that are different than what I care about.
Right. You care about running.
Personality.
Well, hold on. No one said that these mice have a good personality.
They have fantastic personalities because your personality gets better when you have to deal with something
when you have
hard.
to overcome something?
Yeah.
All right.
I've never met a blind person with a bad personality.
How many blind people have you met? And I want you to be honest. I don't think you've ever met a blind person. I don't think you've met one blind person.
Yes, I have.
I don't think so.
You don't know me. You
I
met
know
me
you-
a couple years ago. You don't know how many blind
4
people
years ago.
I've met.
Well,
I've met.
go ahead.
I'm thinking.
Okay. I knew it.
All right. So
Blindness must be really rare because I was racking my own brain. I don't know. I mean, I've seen someone on the street, of course, with the cane and whatnot.
Yeah, me
that
too.
is. I'm always so impressed. If I'm in New York City, which I've seen that there a few times, like I'm nervous navigating those sidewalks and
I
crossing
know.
those streets, and to watch a blind person do it is incredible.
do you sometimes think they're faking?
I never ever think that. Do you? That's very
No,
cynical.
I think you think that.
No.
Yep.
No. I mean, I guess maybe if I've seen a homeless person panhandling and they've got the cane by them, that person I might be suspicious of.
Okay.
But not the person going about their business crossing a busy street in Manhattan with the cane. No.
Do you think they like the attention?
I don't even think they're aware of the attention they're getting.
No, you can feel attention.
You think so?
Yeah, you know
'Cause
when
the eyes are on you?
Yeah, you can feel it. Even when people are behind you, but they're staring at you, you can feel it.
Oh.
I do.
Maybe you have more acute spidey senses than me. Anywho,
I have a lot of good
knowing
senses.
that you and I both have seemingly never had a conversation with a blind person, it makes me think it must be a very low percentage of our population that is struggling with
Blindness.
blindness.
I would agree, and I think that's great.
Me too.
Well, you know what? My very best friend in the whole world was legally blind.
Legally blind. Now
So,
that's much different.
I'm best friends with a blind person.
No, you're best friends with someone that's legally blind, and I'm
that means
friends.
she was blind.
And I'm friends with someone that was legally blonde, but that doesn't really say anything. What was her character's name? You know it.
Okay, Reese Witherspoon was
In Legally Blonde, like Cher or something.
No, that's Clueless.
Or that's Clueless.
It was what was her name? I can't remember. Elle Woods. Oh yes, Elle Woods.
Elle Woods.
Yeah.
Elle Woods.
I should have remember that because
It's popular.
I know someone who has almost that exact name.
Mel Woods, your dad's drinking buddy.
He drinks by himself, okay?
Okay. You're very sassy today. I have a hunch it's because you're wearing a red jumper and it's got your confidence.
I hate to do this again. This is not red.
Okay. What? Burgundy? Wine?
Yeah, wine is nice.
Ooh, wine.
Bordeaux.
Okay, so you've got this bodacious Bordeaux jumper.
I do.
Bib front overall.
I do, yeah.
And I think you're feeling a little cocky today.
It's about time.
I welcome it.
Yeah.
Eton Hawke and Vincent D.
Yeah. So he said that the movie he did in 1985 was a $30 million movie. And
Really quick, who's he in this?
Ethan.
Vincent or Ethan?
Ethan.
Okay.
These are Ethan facts. I'll clarify if they're specifically Vincent.
Okay, so if you're just using a general pronoun, he, it means Ethan.
Correct.
And then Vincent will mean Vincent.
Actually, Trevor will mean Vincent.
That's way too confusing.
So he said that this movie that he did in 1985 was a $30 million movie. And you said today that's $1 billion. Mm-hmm. Adjusted for inflation, that's $70,506,970.
Big movie.
Yeah.
To be about two kids, which ultimately was what the film was about, right? It was he and River Phoenix.
Yeah. Yes. So that would be a big budge.
Big budge for a two little kid lead.
So you said your Wikipedia page says your name is Daximus. Mm-hmm. And that must have been changed. I believe you that happened, but it's not on there anymore.
Oh, that's good. I put out a call to arms on Twitter because, I think I told you I am barred from Wikipedia, which is so weird to me. I don't know what I've done, but I'm unable to edit anything on Wikipedia. So I put out a call to action on Twitter saying, if you know how to edit it, my name's not Daximus. And so apparently someone fixed it for me. So thank you.
This really explains a lot that you did that because your Wikipedia page is so extensive.
It is?
Oh my God. There's so much information about you on there.
I've never read it. I read it about 8 years ago and I decided I should never read this again because, and the only reason I knew about the Daximus thing is that a couple people on Twitter tweeted me. I didn't know your name was Daximus with the link to the Wikipedia page.
Got it.
I didn't then go on to read more, but I have to imagine it's just completely chocked full of errors, and I don't want to.
It's all correct.
It is,
and it's a lot of info.
Too much information.
I mean, I wouldn't say too much, but it was. I was like, whoa, this is a lot of info.
In what way?
It took me a long time to read.
Oh, okay.
It's a lot of words.
It's voluminous.
Yeah, and people have just included tiny, tiny tidbits that most Wikipedia pages don't have.
Oh, okay.
I found it interesting.
Do you think it's a result of this podcast?
Maybe.
Okay. Is it in there that I shit my pants at Home Depot or fuck some Jello? Is that stuff
Tomorrow in there? That stuff will be on your page for sure.
Okay.
Anyway, so you have a great Wikipedia. Good job. Congrats.
Oh, that's not what from your tone and your delivery, I thought you were complaining about my Wikipedia page, but now I see it was a compliment.
It's hard
so thank
to
you.
know. It's hard to know.
You got a real short fuse today, and you're feeling 10 feet tall and bulletproof, as they say.
That's how you feel every day. It feels good, right?
It's nice, huh?
Yeah. Okay. Ethan said that Christopher Plummer's family, he's independently wealthy and that they own a Canadian railway. I don't think that's true.
Okay.
He is the only child of an artist who was the secretary to the Dean of Sciences at McGill University and a man who sold stocks and securities. His great-grandpa on his mom's side was the Canadian Prime Minister, Sir John Abbott.
Was he a railroad baron? Magnate?
I don't think.
Okay.
But I could be wrong.
Who knows?
But I
All signs
Googled
are pointing
it
to wealthy,
a lot.
though, right? If you've got a prime minister
as your
generation,
grandpa.
yeah, things probably worked out.
Probably had some money, yeah. But I don't know.
A couple $100.
I don't know if you have that much money. Like, think about presidents. They don't make that much money in the United States.
Well, it all depends, though. No, they seem to all make, like,
If they
George
do
W. is
speaking stuff
fucking loaded.
After, yeah.
Somehow Al Gore got stock to Apple at some preferred rate. He became
Well, I think the
super
Bush
rich.
family is very
Already.
rich. Yeah.
But again, the dad, senior, he was the CIA director. All that wealth came post-service to the government. They weren't like rich and then he became the director of the CIA.
I think like
No,
there's
they
like
go sit on these boards for these crazy fees and they accumulated post government success. And then, yeah, Cheney, he wasn't the president, but he certainly loaded. The Kennedys, they were loaded way before.
Yeah. But I'm saying as
The Clintons, they're loaded. They're loaded right?
now. Yeah. Because after you can,
It's
if
a
you
floodgate.
if you open that door for sure.
If there's anyone out there that wants me to speak at an event for $1 million, I'll do it if you're out there. Also, you know, people were critical of Hillary speaking to the Wall Street people.
I know.
And I was thinking, what? You're not condoning any. You pay me, I'll go talk to anybody.
I said the same thing.
Yeah.
My parents disagree. They
They
love
did.
Hillary, but they did not like that.
Yeah,
She
it's
did
weird.
that.
I guess if the insinuation is you've taken their money, so you're going to owe them something later. I understand the suspicion there.
Yeah, that's what people
But
think.
I like taking the money from people I don't like more than I like taking money from people I like.
Yeah, but I think there's also, I think some people thought like that's just such a stupid political move.
It was, yeah.
And it wasn't a good one.
Yeah, it was bad.
So, like, what is she doing if she's like has plans to run and then is still doing this,
Yeah.
making these weird political moves? My parents, they didn't like it.
Yeah, and I guess there's scenarios where your involvement appears that you're condoning someone.
And you're
But like if I was a
hypocritical.
rock star, I'd go play at Kim Jong Un's birthday party.
Well,
I would just say I don't believe in anything he's doing, but yeah, I'll take $10 million out of his pocket
I
and play.
do think it's different when you're the president. You're not a rock star. I mean, you
Well,
are.
you're kind of a rock star.
You are.
Obama was.
I know. Ugh,
Yeah.
I love him so much. I really do. I would love to hang out with him.
Yeah, I'm nervous about that.
I'm not.
Okay.
Why? You think we're going to have sex?
No, I would love it if you guys had sex. I would be nervous for you that it wouldn't be stimulating the same. What your
Rob
expectations?
looked so
Concerned?
scared when I said that.
Do you think he would be rough with her, Wob? I think he'd be a very gentle lover. She's a very small girl. You'd probably want to, start
I think
off
he would be so
gentle.
So. I think
This
he'd
is
be perfect.
This is the power of the female mind, is that like when you like someone's integrity and stuff so much, you actually assume they're going to be an amazing lover.
They will be.
Which no guy would look at a girl and be like, oh my God, she's so good at math. She's got to be great in bed. There'd be no connection to their virtues and what they'd be like in the rack. But you do think Obama would really deliver a lot of pleasure.
No, see, that's oh wow.
Okay.
Well,
Is this disrespectful?
I don't know. I think that's why Rob got scared.
Okay.
But it's because girls think about the connection that's happening during sex.
Sure.
And you don't.
No, I just think about the connection of the
Genitals.
genitalia.
The physical connection.
The intermingling of the genitalia.
genitals.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it's different.
right.
Why did you get scared when I said I wanted to hang out with him?
Because I think you probably have an expectation of how stimulating he'd be in real life, but you've only heard him talk when he's making a speech, so that's just going to be very misleading.
I've heard him on interviews.
Same shit.
No, I don't think so.
Yes. Okay. You think interviews and speeches,
Like interviews,
you can put together a good sense of how the person interacts outside of those.
If I'm using you as an example, yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
All right.
I think you're a lot like the person you
on
present
TV.
on interviews and stuff, for sure.
Yeah, all right. I'm just nervous for you. That's all.
Okay.
right.
You can be. I'm
I'm not
excited.
nervous for you guys in the rack. I think that'll be great for everyone. But
I'm so tall.
he's really how tall is he?
8 feet.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm a little nervous anatomically for you guys, but
It's going to be an adventure.
yeah. I guess St. Bernards can have sex with Chihuahuas and have fertile offspring. So sky's
Well, I'm
the
not
limit.
looking to look. I'm not looking to.
Oh, you wouldn't
birth
want to
his
carry his
child.
child?
Well,
Yes, you would.
he has a family.
I know, but let's say Michelle
doesn't
was like,
need an
Michelle's like,
extra
I don't.
kid.
But what if Michelle was like, please do this for him. He wants another kid. I don't want to do that. Monica, please help us. You wouldn't want your child to have half his
I
genes?
would love it,
I
actually.
think that's what I'm saying. I can't imagine you
You're
wanting to
right.
procreate with anyone even more.
I would love that.
Even more than Matt and Ben. Wouldn't you rather look at your offspring and see half of Obama in the mind and all that?
I would love that. You're right. But I would
Yeah.
feel bad because he's so tired.
Who is?
Obama.
Well, he was. Now he's always on vacation in shorts and stuff, and he dances when he's places.
I know.
Yeah.
He's always eating ice cream and stuff.
Oh, he's living his best life. There's no question about it. Palling around with like Jay-Z and Beyonce and
yeah.
whoever else. Jerry
what a
Seinfeld and Letterman.
Good life. Okay.
All right. Let's be serious. This is disrespectful to Eden.
The kid in First Reformed
Yeah.
is, by the way, not a kid. Everyone was referring to him as a kid because they just mean a
Younger
actor.
actor.
His name is Philip Edinger.
Philip Edinger.
Mm-hmm.
He was tremendous.
He was great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Last thing is not a fact, but the story he tells about River Phoenix and the cigarettes. Yeah, it was so powerful.
It
I've
really
told a
was.
lot of people that story.
Yeah, and I thought it was such a incredibly skillful way to be truthful and still holding on to your own
Privacy.
level of privacy that
Yeah.
you want to maintain. It was like it was you could learn everything you needed to learn.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was done in a very neat way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you have his daughter?
River Phoenix's.
Ethan's. And you don't have to have everyone's daughter. Would you have
Do
Vincent's?
I? When we become handmaid, when I become a handmaid, I am gonna have to have everyone's daughters.
Yeah. You're kind of in handmade gear. That's basically
That's
the same color.
It is the color, but I'm
Yeah.
not wearing a shower cap. This is my vanity, but if I booked Handmaid's Tale, that would be a dream come true. And then I get there, and then I'm wearing a shower cap the whole show.
And one
That
of your
might
great
be a deal breaker.
well, one of your great features is your hair.
I look terrible without hair.
it's
I
one
have
of your-
a terrible face, so my hair is the only thing
You
bringing
have
any.
a beautiful, inviting,
No.
warm face. You have these big, brown, round eyes. You look like a.
They look like-
No, you shut the fuck up
You
for
do.
1 second. I'll tell you what you look like. You know that stupid cat that was in the movies that Tony B.
Oh yes, from Shrek.
from Shrek. You remember that?
Puss in Boots.
Pussy Boots. So you remember Pussy Boots? You know those
Yep.
stupid big round eyes it had?
Yes.
That's what you have. Okay?
Yeah, and imagine.
Now let's go south. Okay? Your lips are full. Your smile's off the charts and it's white as fuck.
That's because of my toothpaste.
I don't believe that. You have good genetics.
Well.
Okay, and then you have got this beautiful caramel skin or caramel. And what the fuck?
Listen,
Tell
thank
me.
you.
Okay.
That was a nice string of compliments. But when you remove hair, trust me, I wear a shower cap in the shower.
Oh, you do? You're
Yes.
so weird.
No, I'm not.
You have a squatty potty and a shower cap.
Don't talk about my squatty
You that bathroom door closes and you just turn into the weirdest person.
I do.
Yeah, you have to put your legs over your head to number 2, and then you gotta to take a shower. You got to put on a
I
swimmer's
wish I had
cap
more space in my bathroom.
to do more weird shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty tight in there. But anyway, I have to wear a shower cap because I can't wash my hair every day and my hair will get dried out.
Okay.
I have a fancy one. not a plastic one that you get at the hotel.
Oh, all right.
It really looks like the handmade hat. I'm serious, except mine's black. But that's what it looks like. And then when I look in the mirror and I think if I had to be on camera like this.
Will you please post a picture of yourself in the shower cap with your glasses on?
Never.
Okay.
That's all.
Thanks for owning your vanity.
Yeah. It's terrible.
I'm vain.
Everyone's vain.
Is everyone?
Yes.
Wob, are you vain? Some, yeah. Some.
Who's not? I've never met.
I don't think Kristen's very vain. I mean, she regularly is posting pictures of herself looking her worst intentionally.
Okay. Here's the difference. Her worst is still good. When you are beautiful like that, you can post pictures of yourself in a shower cap and you still look great.
Go on.
I can't do that, so I'm not going to.
Okay.
I don't have her face.
All right.
All right.
All right.
That's it. Okay.
I love you and happy holidays.
Oh, happy holidays to you.